It's Bob here, going in to do some work on the L322 3.6 2007. We've got some rear calipers to get done, rear rotors, a few other little bits and bobs. I think we're going to do the gearbox flush again and the gearbox sleeve. Promises to be lots of fun. Thanks for watching. So if you're doing this job, this part here is an absolute balls. You have to unclip that clip there and that releases it. But screwing this bit back in has turned out to be a real pain. One of the cables came loose. Had to get it picked back in. Thankfully we've done that. Now time to clean up the surface and get some oil back in there. So I can still feel the heat in that. It's been over an hour. As you can see, water's been getting past the back there. And it's just heavily corroded, seizing, sticking, boogered. Technical term that, boys, technical term. You can see back brake disc cover, absolutely rotten. Not even a bit there. Yeah, I think they've seen their day. Some amount of shite, huh?
They're original black coats.
Aye.
They've never been changed before, eh?
Do you want my glasses?
No, you're alright, man. Just look like that.
I could cry at that point, you know, just that's £75. What divided by 2 now? There we go.
Like that.
Beautiful.
Right, magic, yeah. I'm not letting away. Look at that scratches, see it there? Just nearer the top of there. Yeah, perfect. You got it there? No. Flat building. Set that. There we go. It's pretty. I don't know, it's pretty. Always see it.
Fucking beautiful. See that little grey tab? That's the fucker that just took my thumb out. It's alright, because Sam says it wasn't him, so it could have been worse. Ow. So, thanks for coming back.
pretty successful day. We managed to get the back plates done. We managed to get the new calipers on. We went to put the CV boots on, but unfortunately it turned out that we had a bit of an issue with the actual CV joints themselves being pretty much buggered. So we ended up cutting off one of the ABS sensors off and had to pop them back in for the time being until we can get some more parts. We went into the gearbox, second gearbox flush that we've done. Sump off, and this time we were replacing the gearbox sleeve. As you saw earlier on, it kind of took a good chunk of my thumb. I don't know if I can get that on there, but I'm going to have a lovely little blood blister on the top of my thumb there. It's quite awkward. Make sure that you lube the new seals. The old one comes out relatively easy due to the seals being quite obviously perished past their best, hence leaking a little bit at the top. And you'll notice if your gearbox is leaking, look above the actual sump, because what you'll find is there's a gearbox sleeve as shown in the videos earlier. Now you can disconnect the wiring, but to actually remove the final part of the sleeve you need to have the sump off and you need to release the clip. When you're putting the new one back in, as I say, oil it really well. We ended up having to have two of us on it, one pushing it in and one ready to push the clip up, and it still ended up hurting me, but you know, we'll get past that. I'll thank Sam later, I'm sure. And then yeah, once you've got that new one in, trying to relocate the cable section into it can be quite awkward as well. You have to line it up properly, and then to get that twist on, it's a real bugger, if I'm honest. We ended up that one of the wires came loose whilst we were trying to twist it on and play about, the two of us. We got it on and then realised one of the wires came loose. It threw up a transmission overheat signal as soon as we took it out off the ramp. It threw up a wee signal. So again, you need to check the cables. It's really handy. You can take the cable box out again and you look on the inside and you can see all the terminals as they go through. So just make sure that they're poked through. I think number 13 and number 5 we had managed to loosen off sometime. And yeah, just watch out for that. Got them back in, went for a good test drive. Obviously we had the three amigos coming on, the HDC, the ABS and everything else, because the ABS sensor we had to take out. A little bit of playing with the back plates. Obviously we didn't quite do it the right way. We were meant to change the hub, the bearings. We cut them and we put a couple of tack welds on them. Noticed just a slight little bit of dragging. Mainly at the slow speeds, obviously when you can hear it. Doesn't sound very statesman-like though, so managed to just kind of push that back with a screwdriver just now. We'll have another wee look at it when we get back round to it. When we were doing the brake calipers, I used TRW. I found that they were kind of pretty much what the manufacturers would be using anyway, and just kind of getting them branded up. When you receive them, you'll also kind of see that the branding has been kind of ground off there already before you get them. It's worth spending a little bit extra money on them. I think I end up spending about £100 a caliper, which maybe is just a little bit strong, but when you compare it to an original caliper, you're looking at £262. If you're wanting cheapest chips run of the mill, I think you can pick them up in about the £60-70 mark. The reason I spent a little bit more, the wife's going to be driving this one, so don't really want her getting worried, or me getting worried I should say, with her running about a 3-ton vehicle and not having the greatest brakes. So yeah, we took a little shortcut on the backing plates, a bit naughty, should have done it. It kind of went against the grain, because as you'll find out, it's mainly a dealer only part, I think, and I think you're paying about £150 for the set of backing plates. If you're to do it right, yeah, you need to get that back bearing pushed out. What else did we find? Obviously the ABS. We put new shoes in for the handbrake as well. Unfortunately, it didn't quite solve the parking brake module. Even after setting up the brakes, handbrakes, going through the motions, couldn't get it to speak to the parking brake module. So I think that's probably going to be next on the shopping list. Having seen the dealer price for it of something like £900, I certainly will be looking for a reconditioned one. Problem being, I think I may actually have to have it off the vehicle before I can send it down. That doesn't work for my me or my mechanic, where I can get the ramp for the Saturday morning. So if anyone's got a parking brake module, broken or not broken, I'm really interested, because it would save me a lot of farting about and I could get the job done in one day. So yeah, we'll be back at it. More brakes to go. The suspension's kind of shut itself off because of the brakes, etc., but it's in ride height. We did the air tank canister last week. All the suspension's been checked out. The only thing that actually needs to happen now is the calibration with it. But we won't get back into that until we get that ABS sensor sorted out on the vehicle. Am I happy? Yeah, I'm happy. You know, I think we're at a total spend of somewhere about £4,100 on this 2007 3.7 TD V8. Had the turbos done, full service history up to 100,000 miles. Unfortunately, as we said before, I think the last owner kind of got a little bit hands-on, and maybe not the best hands that were doing it, considering the catalloy on the air canister, a couple of little bodges here and there. But yeah, okay. You know, we knew there was going to be problems. We're not blind to the fact that these things do throw a hissy fit. They will have hissy fits and they will need lots of maintenance. Thankfully, I believe in preventative maintenance. So I do think that we're on the right track. All the brakes, all the rotors are replaced. Calipers on the rear. New pads in the front. Gear stick transmission little bolt thingy underneath. We did that one. Air canister, air compressor. Yeah, I'm sure there's a few other little points that we've done there. But yeah, we're going the right way. I'm going to feel my thumb in the morning with that little clip. Be very careful. It's very handy to have two of you, as I said, on the gearbox sleeve. And that's 9 times out of 10 where you find the leak on these ZF box is the sleeve itself. It's just, you'll see it, there's little seals on them and they just go old through time. So yeah, thanks very much, guys. I'll get back to it. I don't know if I'm going to jump onto the Civic next or... oh no, sorry, we're dropping off the van for the motorhome renovation. VW Transporter going in next week, so that's going to be on next week's video. Look forward to seeing you there, guys, and thanks very much.